War India News Hour. The lack of parental controls on Oculus Quest 2 puts children's privacy at risk. As more kids use virtual reality for gaming, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, raises concerns about parental controls on its popular virtual reality headsets, as campaigners warn that it could breach an online children's safety code, and cybersecurity experts point out privacy concerns since it has grown by 480% on Christmas week according to Sensor Tower data. Many believe that this rise could be linked to sales of the Quest 2 headsets, which is compatible with the app and is considered to be one of the most presented items to children around the world. A range of studies conducted over the years questions the impact virtual reality gaming can have on children's physical and psychological development. With every new technology, manufacturers want to jump onto the train as soon as possible. This can result in major security oversights for some products, specifically in case of games and virtual reality headsets. Hackers can easily take advantage of these vulnerabilities, and since children usually poorly understand the possible risks, they are the perfect targets for cyber criminals. There could be a potential threat that parents should know about. The most important virtual reality privacy issue is the highly personal nature of the collected data, which includes biometric data such as eye scans, fingerprints, face geometry, and voice prints. It is nearly impossible to stay anonymous while using virtual reality, as the behavioral and biometric information collected by most headsets can be used to identify users with very high accuracy. There is much talk about identity theft. A report says 28% of all Americans report to have been victims of identifying theft in 2021 alone, showing how serious this problem is. Studies estimate that by 2030, nearly two-thirds of the identified fraud cases affecting today's children will have resulted from oversharing on social media by kids and their parents. Poorly protected virtual reality games can grant crooks easy access to players' accounts, where they can get all the information they need for the identity theft. Everything from their date of birth and place of residence to other bank accounts and credit card informations. On the other hand, even if the account isn't connected to any social media, the user's data still is collected by Meta. Given Facebook's poor track record with user data leaks, where data of 533 million users leaked last year, this already puts kids' privacy in danger, combined with the biometric and behavioral data gained after hacking a virtual reality device. This can be used to make charges on the hacked accounts, buying medical services in the account owner's name, committing credit card fraud, and more. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Government delays CEL privatization after employees union approaches court. The government has put on hold the privatization of Central Electronics Limited after the employees union approached the court against the sale of the company to a little-known firm. The government approved the sale of CEL last year in November under the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research to Nandal Finance and Leasing for Rs 210 crores. Following this, the CEL Employee Association approached the Delhi High Court against the privatization, and the opposition too alleged that the company is being undervalued. 4 US banks form a chain for launching stablecoins. 4 of the US banks have come together to launch a bank-minted alternative to non-bank issued stablecoins. The USDF consortium comprises founding bank members New York Community Bank, NBH Bank, First Bank, Sterling National Bank, and Synovus Bank. The USDF will be created exclusively by US banks and will be redeemable on a 1:1 basis for cash from a consortium member bank. It will facilitate peer-to-peer and business-to-business money transfers. Banks and their customers will also be able to use USDF for a wide range of applications, including capital call financing as well as invoice and supply chain finance. Senior rocket scientist Somnath appointed as the new chairman of ISRO. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has approved the appointment of S. Somnath to the post of Secretary, Department of Space and Chairman ISRO for a combined tenure of 3 years. Somnath is presently the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and will succeed K. Sivan for the new chief post. When asked about the areas to be focused on, he said areas of focus will be technology, policy, implementation, and areas where stakeholders need to be taken care of. Allahabad High Court orders banks to take responsibility for cyber crimes. The Allahabad High Court denied bail to 4 persons accused of deceitfully withdrawing money from the bank account of a retired High Court judge, holding that those who deposit money in banks are honest and it is the responsibility of the banks to keep their money safe at any cost. Justice Shekhar Kumar Yadav further proposed that the bank has to take responsibility for such cases wherein the money of their customers is withdrawn by cyber criminals, as such customers are more honest towards the country since they put their white money in banks. Government to seek $203 billion value for LIC in biggest IPO. The government is pushing for a valuation of about Rs 15 lakh crores for a state-owned insurer that is likely to file for the nation's biggest initial public offering. The embedded value of LIC is likely to be more than Rs 4 lakh crores and its market value could be about 4 times that amount. Embedded value is a key metric for insurers which combines the current value of future profits with the net value of assets. The final valuation would be decided on the basis of various parameters including investor appetite, profitability outlook and trends in the industry. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.